Welcome home to St. John's, everyone. It's been a long time since we've all gathered here for worship together because of the pandemic, and we're about to begin in very small baby steps a process of re-entering the church as community in this building. We've been a community together digitally since March. It's now September, and we're going to take small steps to begin coming back to the building. And the guidelines will be, of course, the safety guidelines set forth by the state of California and the guidelines set forth by Bishop John Taylor. But for right now, we're going to do small steps, and that begins on September the 19th, correct?
That's right. On September the 19th, we're going to be starting a pilgrimage experience. Cathedrals have always been places of pilgrimage throughout the history of the church, and so we're going to continue with that theme, and we won't be doing a large travel for a long way away, but we are going to be doing pilgrimage within our cathedral building itself. And so in this short video, we're going to show you precisely what you will expect when you come here to enjoy the pilgrimage experience. We're going to invite you, please, to make a reservation, though, for a particular time period on a pilgrimage day. It's usually going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and during that time, there'll be time slots for you to make a reservation. So we really have to have you to do that in order for you to participate in this experience. Welcome back home, and we're going to show you now what you can expect.
So you can see, when I pulled up, there's space between every car so that you'll be socially distanced from each other, even in the parking lot. And as soon as you get here, everyone is required to put on their mask. If you forget your mask, we will have extra masks here for you. So there'll be someone to greet you at the gate here. As you can see, there's a new gate around St. John's. So pull up, socially distance from each other. When you get here, put on your mask and proceed to the gate in the front of the plaza here.
Once you come into the plaza, there will be directional arrows like this one on the ground right here to show you where to go. There will also be a greeter on the plaza to invite you into the space inside the church. So come on and let's see what's inside.
You walk around the front of the church, up the handicap access ramp here, and come into the church. And there'll be a hand sanitizer here. Everyone must sanitize their hands. It's no touch. Just put your hands under this, and it will shoot out the hand sanitizer, and you wipe your hands, and then move to the first station for pilgrimage.
As an example, a station for pilgrimage might be Our Lady Chapel. You'll be invited to come and spend a few minutes at each of the stations. There'll be a paper that you'll be able to have to take with you, with a meditation on the station and prayers. And you can take that paper with you as you leave if you want to use it again for your continued prayer and meditation. But each station will allow you some time to be at that place and to move on to the next station. The entire time for your pilgrimage experience within the building will be no longer than half an hour. You can leave earlier if you would like, but each pilgrim group will be a half hour in length allotted time.
We're blessed with an extraordinarily rich architectural building, and so all the pilgrimages will have stations at a significant spot in the building that reflects the theme of the pilgrimage. The first one, of course, is on the Blessing of the Animals Day, and it's about the season of creation. One station will be here. We'll have some chairs here in the choir, invite people to look up at the great sunburst in the dome and meditate and pray on the gift of the sun and the moon and the planets and God's gift to the whole cosmos. So it's a rich, wonderful architectural building, and we'll be using it to pray together on pilgrimage.
Often when we are on our pilgrimage experiences, we will have a station here at the baptismal font. This is the place where our journey of faith begins, and it's the sign of resurrection, as we see in the image behind us of Jesus rising from the tomb. So our life in Christ begins here at the font, and we look forward to the day of our own resurrection. So often this will be the last station on your pilgrimage before you're invited to go back out into the world to continue our Christian life beyond the walls of this place.
One last thing. We want to make clear to everyone that this is an opportunity, it's not a requirement. People are all over the place about how they feel about coming out in groups of people. There'll be very few people here. But if you feel that you would prefer to stay at home and watch us online, that's okay. We are all connected to the digital world now, maybe more than we were when we were all here together. So if you're not ready to come on pilgrimage, and when we start Eucharist here in the church or out in the garden, probably we'll start, and you're not ready, that's okay. Don't give it a second thought, and you're part of the community, and we're with you, and we're connected to you. If you come, wonderful. If you need to stay home, we're here with you. So don't give it a second thought, don't worry about it. Everyone is welcome. Everyone has their own speed as they will want to return here, and that's all good and all a blessing.
So as you end your pilgrimage, you'll be invited to come out this door, and the parking lot is right out there, and so this will be your exit. So there'll be one way in and one way out, and the signs on the floor will guide you.
Just follow the arrows.
There will be a set of restrooms in our courtyard that will be open. Those will be the only restrooms that will be open if you need to use the restroom. Once again, we're so pleased to be able to have this opportunity for folks from St. John's, even though it'll be small groups during this time. But we are so pleased to be able to open our doors for this expression of worship and pilgrimage at St. John's Cathedral.
Welcome home.